Now it's just going to be a little poke fest. Up, here comes Isis. We're going to back it up. We missed our 3. We're going to jump away. And we should be good. Mercury goes in. We pop a health potion. Isis is definitely a better target for us to go on than the Cthulhu. We use our 3. We're able to get some damage. We're going to try to duke out her 1. We do have full runes, so we're going to get the stun if we land on her. We do not. We're going to step out of the Isis ultimate. She pops it. We're going to activate her 2. Now we're going to activate her 3. We're healing up and we're dealing additional damage.
But they keep running at you.
We do have our ultimate and Poseidon is rotating in. We're going to jump. He uses his ultimate. We're just going to hold him over this Poseidon pool, and Poseidon is able to clean up the Cthulhu. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Fenrir as solo. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, be sure to subscribe and check out the channel for some more content. We also have a Discord server, which is a great place to reach out to me and party up with other Smiters. If you are a returning viewer, we did this on stream the other day, but then we had a Loki that ganked us like 10 times. So we're going to try it again and see how it goes. So let's go ahead and jump into Fenrir's kit. Starting with Fenrir's passive, Unbound Runes. Fenrir can have up to 5 runes, and whenever he has 5 runes, his 1, 3, and ultimate are going to gain additional effects, and it's going to consume the full stack of runes. You can gain a rune by getting a basic attack on an enemy, or whenever Fenrir gets a kill, it's going to fully activate all 5 of his runes. Whenever he gets an assist, he's going to gain 3 runes. Fenrir's 1, Unchained. Fenrir is going to jump and deal damage where he lands. If he lands on an enemy god, the cooldown of this ability is going to be reduced by 30%. At full runes, Fenrir's jump is going to stun enemies for 1 second. Fenrir's 2, Seething Howl. Fenrir's going to roar and then give himself a buff. He's going to gain physical power and a lifesteal buff of 35% physical lifesteal for 6 seconds. The physical power buff is going to scale from 20 at level 1 up to 80 at level 5. Fenrir's 3, Brutalize. Fenrir is going to gain increased protections and pounce to a ground target location. If he hits an enemy, he's going to strike them 4 times, dealing damage with the strike, and then the targets around them are going to get 50% of the damage. While casting this ability, Fenrir is immune to knockups. Whenever Fenrir has full runes, each strike is going to gain 15% additional power scaling. The protections he gains is 5 plus 1 per level. So at level 1 it is 6 protections, and then at level 20 it is 25 protections. And Fenrir's ultimate, Ragnarok. Fenrir is going to grow massive in size, become immune to CC, and move 50% faster. Fenrir is going to bite an enemy god, dealing physical damage and carrying them away. If he bites a CC immune target, it's going to deal damage, but it's going to end his ultimate. At full runes, he will double his total protections. So our solo lane matchup is against a Cthulhu. There's a couple of interesting mechanics that interact between the two characters. If Cthulhu is charging up his ability, like that, his 2, and we jump on him with full runes and our 1, we're going to be able to stun him out of it and cancel his 2. Alternatively, if we use our 3 on Cthulhu and he dashes forward through us, he's going to knock us back, not up. We're immune to knockups in our 3, but we are not immune to knockbacks. So that was the perfect example. We only got 2 hits with our 3, when ideally we want to be hitting 4 times. In order to be able to get Cthulhu on his dash, he has to jump, and we have to be attacking him from behind to avoid the knockback. I didn't know that before going into this game. Kind of learned that as I played it. So we're going to kind of experiment with it and see if we can work around it. We have 5 runes. We're going to jump, get the stun, get a basic, then we're going to use our 3. He dashes through us. We need to be behind him. So in terms of the build, we are going to be going into Sledge. We are skipping Warrior's Blessing, and we're going to try to get an early power spike with the Sledge. The Sledge is going to provide us 40 power, 300 health, 150 mana, and 20% crowd control reduction. It has a passive for each enemy god within 55 units. We're going to gain a stacking buff that provides us with 10 magical and 10 physical protections. It can stack up to 3 times. So if we buy the tier 2 of the Sledge, we're going to have enough money for 4 health potions. And then we're going to want to back around 1,000 gold, so that way we can get the power spike. We're not backing right away because we want to get blue, and we also don't have teleport, so that's going to restrict when we can back. Most of the time as a solo laner, you're going to be picking up teleport, but we're going to be going with blink this game. The reason being, teleport really helps you in the early game, helps you maximize the farm. It makes it to where you have the option to not miss any farm. But blink is going to be a little bit more helpful in the late game. So we're playing for the late game. In terms of our relics at least. We're playing for the early game in terms of our build. So we hit level 5. If we can pull Cthulhu into tower, we definitely want to try. But it looks like he's going to back. We're going to go ahead and clear this wave. And then we're going to back ourselves. Whenever you are brutalizing a minion wave, if there is a large melee minion, you want to target him because he has the most health. If you destroy the enemy minion as you're using your brutalize, the damage that you're getting off in the circle around is not going to keep continuing. That was a very complicated way to explain it, but essentially we are dealing damage with our 3, and then 50% of that is going to be in that circle icon. So we want to try to target something with a lot of health, so that way we can get the full 4 hits off, and then also get the 4 surrounding hits damage. We're going to make our way back to lane. I don't think we missed too much right there. We're going to see if Cthulhu oversteps and see if we can ult him into tower. But he's kind of staying on his half of the lane. We're going to blink, we're going to ult him, we're going to drag him into tower. But he's just going to be able to dash away. We jump on him, we're going to use our 3. So we got him close to about half health. Now we're going to turn our attention. He has a fat or a larger than normal minion wave. He uses his ultimate. We're just going to jump away and we should be safe. So we kind of just traded ultimate for ultimate, except for we got more damage off than he did. There we go. That's the mechanic we're looking for. We want to use our 3 while he is dashing away from us so we don't get knocked back. Our blue is up, so we're going to want to go for that pretty soon. We're going to pop our 2, get a little bit of life steal going from our basic attacks. You can... Oh, here comes the Awilix. We're going to play it careful. We don't know if she has her ultimate. There's her ultimate. We're going to jump away. And we are safe. We're going to use our 3. We get some good damage onto the Awilix. Mercury's here. That was a beautiful ult by Mercury. We're going to try to get some basics off. Let's see if we can get it. He jumps away. We're going to jump in. Basic. And we're able to get the pick. Excellent start. Mercury showed up at the perfect time. We're a little worried that we might go down to minions, so we're going to start backing up. But the Sledge gives us a decent amount of health and a few protections. We actually don't have any protections because there's no enemy gods near us. We're going to fall back. We're going to go for our blue. Mercury is dropping the enemy Cthulhu blue. We're going to go ahead and back ourselves. Pick up some health potions and then head back to lane. So a Cthulhu without blue is going to be a Cthulhu that has to play pretty conservative with his abilities. We're going to go ahead and work on our blue. Looks like Awilix is going to try to pressure him. We're going to jump over the wall. We use our 3. We're going to use our ultimate. They pop beads, so we get the damage off, but unfortunately we're not able to pull them into tower. So this Awilix went beads instead of blink. That's pretty not normal, I would say. I feel like most of the time junglers kind of just default to blink no matter what they're going against. We're going to go ahead and pick up our blue buff. The blue buff is going to increase our MP5, so we're going to regain mana at a higher rate, and it's also going to give us 10% cooldown reduction. We're just going to step out of the Cthulhu too. He can cast that ability from a really far range, so we're not going to be able to jump on him and cancel him out of that every single time. We use our 3. We're able to get some good damage off. Totem of Q is down. There's Cthulhu's ability. He used it on 3 archers instead of the full wave, so we should have wave advantage right here. that's a Cthulhu ult. We're just going to jump away. No need to try to fight him while he's in his ultimate. Hey Cthulhu. Yeah. So we just jump away and we're completely fine there. With Fenrir in the early game, I feel like you want to use your 3 on the enemy god as often as possible. Don't even worry about the minion waves, you just want to outpoke them. Fenrir's 3 is deadly in the early game. It does so much damage for no reason. We do have our ultimate. We're going to see if we can get this Cthulhu to step up a little bit. We jump, we get the stun, we use our ultimate. We're going to drag him into tower. He dashes away. We're going to jump on him whenever he has his back to us. So that way he can't knock us back and then cancel our 3. We're going to jump, get the stun, get a basic, get another basic. Kind of peel back. Our blue is up, so we are going to want to pick this up pretty soon. We're just going to keep basic attacking. So we could use our 2 before we use our 3, and that would increase our power. It would also give us a little bit of lifesteal, and majority of our damage is coming from our 3. So whenever we use our 2 and do basics, we are going to heal, but probably not as much as whenever we use our 2 and then our 3. Cthulhu uses his dash, but we already got our 4 strikes off. We're just working on the minions. He does have advantage. We're going to jump away because we are getting a little weak. If he walks out of lane, we're going to go for our blue buff. Looks like he's going for his blue buff, so we're definitely going to go hit our blue buff. He probably could have tried to invade right there, and we might not have been able to contest it, but since he backed up, we're just going to go for our blue buff. We have enough money for the tier 3 version of boots, but we don't want to back without clearing the wave because we don't have teleport. If we had teleport, I mean, you don't want to back without clearing the wave with teleport, but it's going to punish you more and you're going to miss more XP and gold if you have blink. There's another relic. Mercury goes in, but we got it back. We don't have the health or mana to really do anything. We're going to go into Warrior Tabi to give ourselves a bit of a power spike. If you are struggling and you feel like you might need some protections early on, you could go into the tank boots. Tank boots are very viable. Cthulhu doesn't necessarily have the most tick damage. If we were thinking about the future, we might want to get the tank boots because Ares has tick damage, so does Isis. So as we deal damage to them, or as they deal damage to us, we're going to gain increased protections from the boots. So right there is a good example. We used our 3 and we hit the small minion. We destroyed the small minion, so our 3 just canceled. If we hit the large minion, we would have had the damage onto the large minion and then the 50% damage onto the smaller minions. Ares is rotating behind and mid. We say that our solo laner is missing in our lane. We're going to clear this wave. Oh, there's Cthulhu. He just used his dash. We're just going to completely ignore him and go for the minion wave. There's a bit of a fight going on in mid, so we want to try to help out. Cthulhu decides to stand and allow us to hit him and the minions. Well, thank you for that, Cthulhu. We're going to go ahead and rotate out. If Cthulhu chases us, he's going to miss a wave. It looks like he is chasing us. Our team's getting cleaned up in mid. We're going to try our best to do something right here. We use our ultimate. We get a pull onto the Izzes. We're going to use our 3. I do not know why our 3 got canceled right there. I don't think she threw her silence out. Izzes does have a mechanic in her kit where she can silence us. If you are running away from enemy guys like we were right there, you have your jump, and then your 3 is like a little mini jump. So don't be afraid to use that if you need to get away. It'll move you like 5 feet forward. So after going into our boots, we're going to be going into the Stone of Gaia. The Stone of Gaia is going to provide us 400 health, 25 HP 5, and 15 MP 5. Stone of Gaia has 2 passives, the first one being, If you are hit by a knockup, a knockback, a pull, or a grab, you're going to gain 15% of your maximum health over the next 5 seconds. We're getting some good damage onto this Awilix right here. She jumps over the wall. Looks like Cthulhu used his ultimate. Not the best fight for us, so we're just going to kind of peel back. Is Mercury fighting him? No, Mercury's just running. Mercury uses his ultimate, gets the stun. We're going to jump, get a basic, use our 3. We're going to follow him into tower. He pushes back. Cthulhu's just a tanky boy. I don't think there's too much we're going to be able to do right here. But the Stone of Gaia passive, you're going to gain 15% of your maximum health if you are knocked up, knocked back, pulled, or grabbed. This can only occur once. Oh, you're going to get it over the next 5 seconds, and this can only occur once every 45 seconds. It also has another passive that you're going to regenerate 0.5% of your maximum health every second. So even though we're getting some good damage onto this Cthulhu, it's nothing that's going to put him within a kill threshold. So we're just going to kind of keep poking him out. Really, we're just playing the lane. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot to this Cthulhu. He's just a tanky boy. We use our jump. We're going to get hit. Awilix is here. We're going to use our ultimate. We pull the Awilix. She uses her beads. Sobek comes in. We're going to use our 3 onto the Awilix. And we're able to get the pick onto the Awilix. Cthulhu just used his dash, and now he's in a bit of a pickle. We should try to fully commit. We're going to jump. We missed the stun. We should activate our 2 before using our 3 right there. So that's a little bit of a misplay. We could have optimized our damage a little bit more. Sobek pops a shell, but we're not going to be able to fight that under tower. So in terms of our second relic, I think this was a little bit of a misbuy this game. We went Blink Thorns, but they have an Ares on their team, so we most likely should have gone Beads. Beads would definitely help us in the late game. We're going to get pulled a few times, I feel like. So we kind of rotate mid. Nobody was there, so we're going to start just rotating back to our lane. We have full health, almost full mana. The Stone of Gaia is a beautiful item. It's going to keep us healthy all game long. And the matchup into the Cthulhu, Cthulhu's dash is going to be a knockback, so that will activate the first passive of Stone of Gaia. In his ultimate, the circle ability is going to knock us up, so that will also give us some health. Awilix has a knock up. Ares has a pull. So 3 characters on the enemy team can activate our Stone of Gaia passive. Cthulhu's in mid. We're going to take this opportunity to establish a little bit of lane pressure over here. We're going to steal his blue buff, and then we're going to clear the wave. I have no idea why we didn't pick up the blue buff. We hit the big minions, so we get the maximum amount of damage onto all the minions. Cthulhu is rotating back. He just used his 2. There's his 1. Is he going to dash? There's the dash. We're not interested. We're going to pull back. Did we just rotate back to check the Totem of Ku when we could have rotated mid? That was very bad laning. I don't know why we did that. We should have just cut mid. We have a stun on our jump because we have full runes. We're going to jump. We miss the stun. We use our ultimate onto the Izzes. We're going to get her with a basic, and we're able to get her with another basic. Right now, we are 5-0-0. Very, very tanky. We're going to use our 3 onto this Ares. We've activated our 2. That's going to give us some additional power and a little bit of lifesteal. We can't do a whole lot. We're crippled right now. We're going to jump, land on the Ares, get a basic, use our 3. I don't think I used my 2-3 combo once this game, which is a huge misplay. That's going to increase our power and give us some lifesteal. We're going to use our Thorns. We're going to use our 3. 1 more basic. What a shame. Ares is going to be able to get away. Here comes the Awilix. She's chunking. We're going to jump away. We do have our blink. We get poked. We got to use our 3 to establish a little bit more distance between us. She's still chasing us. We're waiting for our blink. And we messed up. There was a window where we could have blinked away. We probably didn't even need a dupe. We probably could have ran in a straight line, but we thought Awilix might use her Tiger or her 3. That would knock us up. So I think that death was avoidable. I think we definitely could have blinked away. We definitely didn't need it. Well, we might have needed to Duke right there, but we could have blinked away. So after going into Stone of Gaia, we're going to be going into the Void Shield. I know that they have 3 magical characters on the enemy team, and that our lane matchup is a magical character. But between the Sledge and the Stone of Gaia, I believe that we are tanky enough to where we can fight any magical character. Izz's will hurt a little bit, but we're going to be very careful on how we engage with her. Cthulhu and myself, we can just full kit dump on each other all game long, and chances are we won't get a pick on each other. Not until we get some offensive items online, but we want to establish our defensive items first, and then just rely on the base damage from Fenrir's kit. We're going to use our 3, get some damage onto this Awilix. Sobek's here. She has pluck, so now she doesn't have her beads. We use our ultimate, and we're able to get her just with the damage. There's his jump. We're going to blink. We're going to jump on him, get the stun. There's his beads. We're going to use our 3. Poseidon is able to clean up the Cthulhu. Ares is in mid pushing the Cupid, so we're going to try to rotate here and try to help out. We do have enough money for Void Shield now. Not entirely sure where this Ares went.
I mark my territory.
We're going to throw up a ward. We probably should have put a ward on the backside of the Gold Fury, because here comes the enemy team, and they were able to steal it from us. There was 2 people there just waiting. We use our thorns, reflect a little bit of that damage back. There's an Ares ultimate, so we're very weak, so we're probably just going to pull back here. We have Stone of Gaia activating, but we need time to recover health. We're gaining about 30 health a second, maybe a little bit more than that. We're going to use our 2, get some basics off. So we went from red to about half health in around 10 seconds. That is the power of this build. 2 people here. I don't think we can really do a whole lot right here. So we're just gonna run away. We're kind of trying to avoid our jump. We're gonna use our 3. Oh no, we missed our 3. We use our ultimate. We're gonna pull a Awilix far back. It'd be nice if we could pull her towards a teammate. We jump over the Cthulhu. There is the Awilix. She gets the knock up, and she's able to tower dive us and get the pick onto us. Unfortunate. We probably didn't need to take that fight at the mid Harpies. We probably should have just backed up. So Thorns is going to reflect 40% of the damage you take back to the enemy as magical damage. Void Shield is the next item that we picked up. It is going to provide us 20 physical power, 60 physical protections, and 150 health. It's a nice hybrid item. Its passive, enemy gods within 55 units are going to have their physical protections reduced by 15%. So what that means is that this will help every physical character on our team. If I'm standing near the enemy Ares, Cupid is going to deal damage to him as if he had 15% less protections. This only affects me, Cupid, and Mercury because we're the physical characters on the team. And it will debuff anybody on the enemy team. So we're going to go back to our lane, try to clean it up a little bit. Trying to bait. We do have our ultimate. We want to pull somebody into tower. Cthulhu dashes in. Awilix dashes in. We try to bite her. She uses her beads, so we just get some damage. We're going to use our 3 onto her. She's able to use her flip. We're going to jump. We get the stun. We get a basic. Oh, we didn't get the stun. We're going to try to get her. We use our thorns. Blink, blink. Now we're going to use our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Awilix. We absolutely didn't need to use our thorns. We were just trying to get into Cthulhu's head and say, please don't attack us. So that purple glow on Cthulhu means that he has damage mitigation against us. We got tagged by his 1, so we're going to deal a little bit less damage to him. Now it's just going to be a little poke fest. Up, here comes Isis. We're going to back it up. We miss our 3. We're going to jump away. We should be good. Mercury goes in. We pop a health potion. Isis is definitely a better target for us to go on than the Cthulhu. We use our 3. We're able to get some damage. We're going to try to duke out her 1. We do have full runes, so we're going to get the stun if we land on her. We do not. We're going to step out of the Isis ultimate. She pops it. We're going to activate her 2. Now we're going to activate her 3. We're healing up and we're dealing additional damage.
But they keep running at you.
We do have our ultimate and Poseidon is rotating in. We're going to jump. He uses his ultimate. We're just going to hold him over this Poseidon pool, and Poseidon is able to clean up the Cthulhu. Awilix is on Poseidon. We're trying to close the distance. We routed very poorly right there. Awilix is able to get away. Wow, that was a bad thing to run into. We're dead. No way we get out.
You have a duty to fulfill.
Yeah, we turn the corner after chasing Awilix. We get hit by an Ares chain. We try to turn, and then it's just too late. Cupid ultimate, yeah, they were going to get us. So after going into the Void Shield, we're going to be going into Genji's Guard. Genji's Guard is going to provide us 150 health, 70 magical protections, 40 MP5, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that whenever you take magical damage from an ability, your cooldowns are going to be reduced by 3 seconds. This can only occur once every 30 seconds. So anytime we're fighting Cthulhu, Ares, or Isis, we're going to be reducing our cooldowns as we take damage. And then after we complete this, now we can go into some damage. So Heartseeker is definitely going to be a must on this kind of build. We're super tanky. We want to damage them with our abilities, and we're going to be removing a percentage of their maximum health. Another option, but it's a little late for this option, would be Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament would allow you to weave in some basic attacks and get some additional damage.
Has been slain.
I think Erendite also works really well on Fenrir. It's going to give us a very large power spike of 75, and it's also going to reduce our cooldown. Brawler's Beatstick is also a viable option. We don't have any anti-heal, and Fenrir applies anti-heal pretty well. I'd say Heartseeker is the must, so we'd probably build that after Genji's Guard. Then we'd probably sell our boots for either Brawlers or...
Looks like we have a fearless
realistically Brawlers at that point in the build.
ally yourself with someone so weak.
We could go for a large power spike with Erendite or Bloodforge, but Brawlers I feel like would be the best for the team. We are the only ones alive. We're going to run away. Our team did steal the Gold Fury, so we do have enhanced minions marching up in each wave. We just hit level 20, a little late in the game for us to be hitting level 20. We have our ultimate. We're not going to jump into 3 people. We are tanky, but we're not stupid. Sobek uses his ultimate. We're going to see if anyone kind of oversteps. We're hiding. Nobody oversteps, so we're just going to clean up the minion wave. We're going to go ahead and just clean up this minion wave. Looks like they're grouping up in mid. I feel like they're winning these team fights. We're going to come in. We're going to use our 3 onto the Cupid. We get some good damage. We are hit with his Heart Bomb. We use our ultimate. Cupid uses his bead, so he's able to get away. We jump. We have our Thorns active. We're going to use our 3. Mercury's able to get the pick onto the Cupid. We're going to try to stick to this Cthulhu. Cthulhu gets ulted by our Cupid. Awilix is here. We're going to jump. We're trying to stick onto this Cthulhu. We're going to use our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Cthulhu. Somebody on our team was able to get the Awilix. Ares is here. We did not get pulled by his ultimate. We're gonna get the tower. We might win right here. So we just got a 4-person pick. Sobek's gonna tank it. We have the damage. We're gonna get the middle Phoenix. Oh boy, we're going for it. We try to jump, try to get some damage onto this Isis, so she backs up. We're gonna stick to the Titan. She can go kill Cupid. We're cool with that. We're gonna stick to this Titan. We're gonna back up. Oh, we do not want Isis turning her attention to us. She is able to get the pick onto us. We have 3 people. Sobek goes down. Isis gets a triple. We can't even see what's going on, but Poseidon's able to ult and clean it up, and we take the game. Well, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. I believe these stats are posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.